Hey guys, a little bit of a different style of video coming at you. Basically in this video, I want to give you guys the entire behind the scenes storyline of what happened for me when it came to co-hosting Minecon. I had the incredible opportunity to co-host Minecon Earth. If you didn't see it, you're crazy. As a fan, I was really curious, like, how does this happen? How does it go? How does Minecon go from the idea, yeah, we're gonna have another Minecon this year, to full production, this is the day that it's going out to the live stream? So it all started for me when I got an email that said, you're invited to the Creator Summit, which I was really excited to do because I was invited last year, but I didn't know if I was gonna be invited this year. And at the very bottom of the email, it mentions, we're gonna take some of our YouTubers and we're gonna make them co-hosts Minecon Earth. Hope you like it. And I was like, yes, absolutely, count me in. That email was sent February, on February 13th, okay? We got February, March, April, May. Wait, I can't even do my months. 8 months. That email was sent 8 months before Minecon. 7.5 if you want to be technical. But that means that they were thinking about it before they sent this email, and we've been working on it for 8 months since then. A lot of work's gone into the show. That's all I'm trying to say. So I'm off to Sweden to be part of the Creator Summit, and I got to stay an extra 2 days after in order to have our meetings. 5 YouTube creators. There was me. It's rude to say me first. There was Aurelian, Yami, Big B, Martin, and myself. So each of us pitched individually an idea. Basically, they had a room. We all hung out around there. One person would go in, we'd talk to Vu, Lydia, and a few other members of the team and give them an idea, which we were required to come up with, on what we wanted our segment to look like. During this whole process, it was absolutely a collaboration. I would come up with an idea, we would all work on it together, we'd realize that things would work, wouldn't work, maybe something would be better for the audience or for the game of Minecraft, and we came to a conclusion together. Beginning of June, we have our ideas, then you can skip forward all of June, July, and then mid-August, we all met up in New York to kind of go through our ideas again. In New York, I was able to actually capture some really cool footage. So these meetings were meant to really lock down everything about our ideas, rehearse them, make sure they were all good. You can notice that we were using cardboard boxes in the beginning to rehearse with, and then we had a mock-up of what one of the blocks would be. Here we are not just talking about the general idea, but kind of the specifics. So costuming, how we might even present the show, if we need any other elements like video elements that we don't have currently that we need to commission. All of that was really discussed heavily at New York. Now, that was only about a month before the actual event. For me personally, I had so much on my calendar, but everything worked out great in terms of all of that. And we all landed in Boston on Monday, the 24th. If you didn't know, Minecon was recorded in Boston. Once we got to Boston, it was like, everything is like real, like too real for school. I don't think that's a saying. I expected that we would land and start rehearsing at the theater, but actually we started rehearsing in like a meeting room that was rented out in the hotel. This area was crazy. Walking in, I was so intimidated. They had all these desks set up facing the mock stage. Totally looked like NASA. It looked like a NASA control room where tape was on the ground to represent the stage. This is where we really walked through all of our segments with lines, with saying things. If anybody needed anything to remember, there was a teleprompter there, so they'd add it all there. We just make sure that everything worked with the size of the stage. And remember, this is on Monday, so we had 5 days to really work on it before the Saturday show. Then we transitioned over to the theater, and everything from then on, starting around Wednesday to Thursday, we met at the theater and actually rehearsed everything in the theater. And this space was incredible. Not only was the stage incredibly awesome and all the set pieces that had to come on and off stage, by the way, just by watching the show, you would have no idea that there was so much crew and so many things happening in between cuts on stage. Not only was there a huge stage crew, but underneath in the basement was this whole area for people to work, eat, I mean, there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people working, probably like 200 people working on the show, and it was really incredible to see. This is where we rehearsed through everything on stage to make sure all the cameras looked good, all of our blocking was really good, which is where you're standing on stage, all of that, and we got to kind of see what other people's shows were going to look like as well. And so backstage, this was awesome hanging out. Just everywhere in this space was incredible. This is where we got to put on our costumes and things. All of it worked out well. Then it was the big showtime. We had rehearsed probably, I would guess, like 8 or 9 times already, doing 2 or 3 full run-throughs of the show. So the show, we had rehearsed pretty well, and it almost felt like just another rehearsal to do the live show, which was pretty funny. At the end, it kind of just, it was almost anticlimactic in how it felt to do the show. The biggest thing for me was that I was on stage doing the co-host like introduction, and then I needed to change into a costume, which was a pretty intensive costume. So behind the scenes, I was wearing 2 pants. 2 people ripped those pants off me, threw on a vest, a jacket, an ascot, a top hat, and sent me out on stage within 50 seconds, like 53 seconds was how much time we had to pull that off. I'll do the actual show math right now.
Live streams in their native languages.
A minute and 3 seconds from when I could have left the stage to when I needed to be seen on stage. That is like 0 time. That doesn't even account for the time it took me to walk backstage. So that was probably my biggest fear. The rest of the show was great. I loved all my segments. I loved everybody else's segments. And in conclusion, just I was really, really, really happy with how the event was pulled off. The other thing that's always been on my mind is how well the Minecraft team really handled everything with getting in hosts, talking to them months ahead of time, really collaborating on all of our projects together. They really, really, really did the right way, the best way they could have in order to throw Minecon. So I also really hope that you liked it. If you haven't seen it, there's a link in the description below for you to check out the entire stream, pre-show, post-show. I was part of the post-show too, by the way. But you can check it all out in the description below. Hope you enjoyed Minecon. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a like. Make sure you leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts, and make sure you subscribe for future videos here on OMGcraft. See you next time.